Hey guys, welcome to 40 Rounds. I'm Chris Ford, aka 40. Thanks for tuning into my channel, and if you're new, welcome. And if you are new, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and hitting the like button as well for this video. This video is all about the Nike Epic React Flyknit. This is their new shoe out, which is causing a lot of fuss. So let's get stuck in.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, so this is the Nike Epic React Flyknit shoes, brand new out from Nike. It's been out, I think it got dropped in February, start of February for the Nike members, and for everybody else it went on sale on the 22nd of February. This is a brand new shoe. It basically kills off the Lunar line of shoes because they've introduced this new React technology in these shoes. The React bit is basically, this bit is like a new rubber compound that they've invented that's going to give you a lot more propulsion and boost. I think they're putting this up against the Adidas Ultra Boost shoe, and from the first look at it, it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty wicked. I don't know what you think. This is the wolf grey. They've got several other colours out there. I'm going to put below some of the technology that's going into this shoe because Nike are making a big deal all about it. The first impressions that I've got from it is I'm a bit worried about this sole. I've got to be honest with you. I'm not sure how well this is going to last up over time. It is a very lightweight shoe. I think this is coming in at like 9, I think. So I'll put the numbers below, but it is particularly light. It is noticeable. You've got this the Flyknit upper, so the technology is at the top again, but it's like a one big sock, which is great. The laces are a bit weird. Have a look at those laces. The lacing up's a bit strange, but once you've done it once, it's okay. They reckon that this midsole compound is going to be lasting a lot longer than a lot of the other shoes out there. They gave it to a lot of runners and asked them to go and test it, and apparently you can expect like 600 miles instead of like 500. So they say it's quite a bold claim, but they reckon it's pretty resilient. I say it is a responsive shoe. I'm not sure how this is going to fit into my stuff. At the moment I'm running with the Lunar Epic shoe for my like sort of recovery runs, easy runs, which is where I think this will fit into my sort of arsenal of shoes. I've then got the the Zoom Flyer for my tempo runs and my speed runs. So if I'm doing like a 10k race or a fast race, I'll put them Zoom Flyers on, and then I've got my sort of day-to-day workhorse shoes, which is the Nike Pegasus 34s, which I wasn't that impressed about. I don't know if you saw the review, but I gave them an 8 out of 10. I think the previous model was better. So I'll be interested to see how these compare, where they can slot into my arsenal of shoes, so to speak, and which runs these will be best suited. Nike says that this can be used for basically every sort of run, not just the easy runs, but the tempo runs and the long distance stuff. So I'll be interested to see how it lasts up. I'm again a bit worried about the sort of texture technology here. I don't know whether this is a good shoe really to be wearing this time of year. It's February, it's mucky, it's horrible, and it's wet out there. I think this may be more suited towards like I don't know, the summer months, say late spring, summer, and then maybe going into autumn, because this does look like it's going to get pretty wrecked pretty easy. But we'll see. I'm going to take these out. I'm going to do 3 runs in them. I'm going to do tempo run. I'm going to do a recovery run, and I'm going to do a long run in them. And I'll see how I get on. Then I'll come back and I'll let you know exactly what I think about these shoes. So let's get stuck in. Hey guys, I'm back. This is the Nike Epic React Flyknit review. So I've taken this bad boy out and I've given it 3 runs. I said I've done a tempo, a recovery or easy run, so to speak, and a long run in them. Just to put it out there immediately, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm in love with this shoe, but I have one real main concern which I think you really need to think about before you make a purchase here, and this is the sole. I've got a feeling this thing's going to get chewed up pretty easy. I can't see, they needed like another strip of rubber on it, because I think if you're running anything with like a slightly gravel element, or even like on the road, you know, this thing could get chewed up pretty easy. So I'm a bit concerned about that. I think this is definitely a summer shoe. It's obviously because it's so light, but with this sole, if you get any sort of dodgy weather or anything like that, I'm not sure how this is going to perform. So I'm a bit worried about that. Say if it was me, and like if you look with the Nike Pegasus and stuff, it's got like an extra layer of rubber on it, which okay, will add to weight, blah blah blah. And one of the ideas is for this to be a lightweight shoe, but I don't know. I'm just a bit worried about this sole. It may get wrecked pretty easy, and then you have to go and replace them. But overall, the fit was great. It was true to size. I'm a size 9, and it fitted lovely. This. The sock, you know, the Flyknit upper, it's great, locked me in, the laces locked me in. It was a real tidy, tight ride with them, so that's all good. Like I said, I think before, I love the look of these shoes. It's a really great looking shoe. You can get these, I think there's like at the moment with the drop, they did like 6 colours. My favourite is the wolf grey. So that's a positive, I really did like that. But as I said, the main thing is now, is to say, I'm running these shoes now, and I'm struggling to see where they're going to fit in. I think you could quite comfortably do a long run in these. I did a long run in them, I did 18 miles, and I had no problems with them. But I do feel that other shoes may be more suited to that. I do feel like my Pegasus would stand up to more miles than this shoe. So if you're doing like a one-off half marathon, this shoe would be great. If you're not looking to like race it, because if I was looking to race it, I'd pick out my Zoom Fly and just go for it. This will not replace my Zoom Fly at all, because it was responsive. It did pick up nice, and you know, I did feel the boost as I was going along. But nothing like the Zoom Fly in a real high tempo environment. I don't think that shoe can be beaten for me. But on a long run, this did provide a good, smooth, responsive ride. But I do feel that over time, this shoe will get on your nerves. So that's why I would stick to my Pegasus line of shoe personally. I think again, if you were doing a summer event, this shoe might be useful. If you're doing easy long runs, i.e. not racing, then this is probably where it would come in. So this could quite comfortably replace my Lunar Epic shoe, but I wouldn't be wearing them at the moment. I would be wearing them on my easy runs from about May, June onwards. I say those so much because of this. I just feel like your foot's going to get soaking wet. So yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by that. But overall, the react part did react. In the tempo run, it was responsive, it did push off, I did notice it. It was more responsive than my Pegasus, but it was nowhere near as responsive as my Zoom Flies. But with the Zoom Fly, you really need to be going at it hard to get the benefit of those shoes. So if you're doing a run where you want to go at a good pace, but you're not really having it, then maybe this is the shoe that could come in. Again, maybe more towards the summer months when you need a lightweight shoe because it's hot and that kind of thing. You don't want to be carrying the extra weight. But I just can't see that replacing my Zoom Fly at all for tempo runs or race days. So, but on the recovery runs, easy pace, I think that's probably where most likely I would fit this shoe in for me. It was a responsive ride, it was nice, it was comfy, it was light. So I would probably put it in, and I probably will keep it in because my Lunar Epics are getting a bit old and getting a few miles on them. So this is for me probably where it's going to slot in, and I may then, in a, let's say, summer half marathon, like the one I'm doing down in Southend, that's probably where I'll use these. But but I say I won't be using them if I'm looking to go really fast. I'm not saying that they aren't a fast shoe, they are a fast shoe. They're faster than my Pegasus, and they're faster than my Lunar Epics, but they're nowhere near as fast as a Zoom Fly. So I think for me, that's where they sort of come. I do love these shoes. They're like an everyday shoe. You could wear these out quite comfortably with a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts or whatever. You could just wear them out comfortably anyway. They're like a good shoe. They look great when you're walking around in them, and they are extremely comfortable. But overall, I wouldn't put them on my fast long runs at all. For me, I don't think they can compete with the Zoom Fly. But that said, I do like them. I would probably give them a 9 out of 10. 9.5. Actually, you know what? To be fair, probably let's say 9.5 because it's got to be 9 because I'm so still worried. I still can't stop thinking about this sole on this shoe. It's just I don't know how it's going to hold up. Nike reckon that this thing, this compound can last 600 miles, but how can the sole stand up to 600 miles? I just can see it getting worn out. I mean, even if you look, that's already, I mean, I've worn these 3 times and there's already sort of wear on it. So it's just, I don't know. And what happens if it rains? It's going to get a bit slippery, isn't it? So that's the thing, actually, that's what's putting me off on. So I think probably really I should give them an 8 out of 10, which seems a bit harsh because it's a great shoe and it is faster than a Pegasus and it is lighter than a Pegasus and it is arguably more comfortable than a Pegasus. No, it's not more comfortable than a Pegasus, but it's a great shoe. But that sole is letting it down. Why didn't Nike just stick a bit more rubber on it? I know they're trying to save weight, but I think they've dropped one there. It'll be interesting to see what other shoes they bring out in this React line. Whether they bring out a shoe that has a bit more rubber on the bottom. So for those longer runs, when you start putting miles on, you know what it's like when you've got your Pegasus and your other lines of shoe, that they really take a beating and they do take some wear, and they're your workhorses. They're meant to take wear. They are meant to take a beating. You are meant to run along the rivers and they get absolutely soaking wet and knackered. But these things, I think they're like, I don't know, there's something about it. I can't put my finger on it. I just think they're a bit pretty, and I don't know whether they'll stand up to the test of time. That's probably the best way to describe it. So you know what? I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10 because of that sole. If they had a better sole on them, I would probably be giving them a 9.5 out of 10 because it is a good shoe, and you definitely do get a benefit from this Nike React technology. There's no doubt in that. You definitely do get a boost and a kick when you're running in them versus other shoes, and they are performing better, I would say, than my Lunar Epics. But I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to have to replace them in like 3 months. So yeah, that's my verdict. 8 out of 10 because of the bottom of the shoe. Looks not great. They're about 130 quid. As I said earlier, I think they dropped in 6 colours. I'm sure they're going to come out of loads of other colours, and you'll probably be able to Nike ID them at some point. I won't be using them to go on run and chase after a PB, but I will be using them, I think, on my recovery runs or easy runs if I'm just looking to put a few miles on the old legs instead of my Lunar Epics when they get a bit more tired and wasted. But it's a bit of a shame, really. I'm a bit disappointed, but there you go. That's life. So sorry, Nike React, you didn't hold up to all my aspirations, but there you go. So hope that's useful for you. As I said at the start of the video, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and if you've got any comments about the Nike React, put them below. I'd be interested to see other people's feedback, what they think about the shoe, but it's kind of confused me a bit, to be honest with you. And I think Nike have done a fantastic job on parts of it, but on the basic thing, which is where the trainer touches the floor, which is probably like one of the most important things, they seem to have forgotten to put some rubber on it. Anyway, there you go, that's what I think. I hope that's useful, and I will catch you later.